Hey MTSU, my name is Joanna and welcome back to Health Fit, MT10's healthy lifestyle show. I'm here to inspire you to spike your ambition in discovering your healthy fit self. Tonight's episode is called Stable Breath, Stable Mind. As the name entails, we will focus on our breath and how it can help with our mentality while being active and staying active. The breath essentially is a leading factor in every activity that we do, whether it's running, weightlifting, or swimming. Therefore, being aware of it will lead to a stronger, more efficient body. It's time for our special edition exercise segment. Again, I want to emphasize on breath awareness. Becoming aware of the breath is a helpful starting point to becoming conscious of every part of the body and truly being able to listen and understand the body. From there, you will have a better overall control on your physicality. Today, we have invited a special guest, Gina Senne. Welcome, Gina.
Hi,
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Gina is a certified yogi and will lead us into a 10-minute practice that is perfect for relaxation after a long day at work or school. Feel free to join us, and please be conscious of your breath during each movement. Try to feel each inhale and exhale as Gina leads us. Let's get started, Gina.
All right, we're going to start seated.
Great.
Coming into easy pose with legs crossed. We're going to bring palms face up. And you can keep eyes open and find a place to fix the gaze or go ahead and close them. We'll just take a few breaths through the nostrils, taking a deep inhalation, allowing the spine to lengthen. And as you exhale, feel the contact with the mat beneath you and the earth below it. On the next inhale, opening the eyes, we'll reach the right arm overhead, and exhale, leaning to the left, just letting the left hand be a little leverage. And fix the gaze either up towards the hand or forward, wherever it's most comfortable with the neck. And as you inhale, feel a lengthening through the fingertips, and exhale, softening into the stretch. Inhaling, come back to center. And on the next inhale, sweeping the left arm overhead and exhaling to the right. And you want both sit bones to be in contact with the mat. As you inhale, stretching through the left fingertips and exhaling to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. And we're going to recross the legs with the other leg in front. Again, inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhale, taking a twist to the left, bringing right hand to the knee, and letting the shoulders relax. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, feel the twist deepen through the shoulders. Looking over the left shoulder as far as you can with the eyes. Inhale, returning to center, and exhale, twisting to the right, left hand to right knee, and just allowing the right hand to rest behind you. Inhale, returning to center. And we'll come on to hands and knees, tabletop. In tabletop, you want the shoulders to be stacked over the wrist and spreading the fingers wide. Pressing the palms into the mat, and then allowing the hips to be stacked over the knees. The feet can be tucked or flat. And taking a breath here. And from here, we're going to tuck the back toes as you inhale, and then exhale, stretch out the legs, and let the hips rise up into downward dog. On the next inhale, we're going to come into plank pose. We're just stretching out the legs, letting the shoulders stack over the wrist once again, and lengthen the spine by stretching out the base of the spine down to the heels. Take a nice inhalation, and on the exhale, keep the elbows into the body and lower the self down to the mat. And from here, you can rise into Cobra, Sphinx, or Up Dog. Wherever you are, just let the shoulders relax down the back. And when you take a deep breath, let it pass through the front side of the body. Exhale to release, and tuck the back toes, rising into downward dog. So in downward dog, just let the hips float up to the sky, pressing the mat away from the body. And on the next inhale, looking through the hands, either hop or step to the top of your mat and come into a forward fold. In the forward fold, you just want a solid foundation through the soles of the feet, even pressure. Engage the core by bringing the belly into the spine, and just let the upper body relax, relaxing the head and the neck. On your next inhale, come to a flat back, and then we'll sweep the arms up and overhead, bringing palms together and gazing at the fingertips. Exhaling, hands to heart center, and coming back to mountain pose. So bringing weight of the body onto the left leg and extending the right. And then stepping back with the right leg, coming into a lunge. And after you get a firm foundation here, sweep the arms overhead and plug the fingers into the sky. Exhale to a lunge. And then inhale, coming back. Oh, actually, let's come back up into a lunge. Take a breath here. And then we're going to inhale to warrior two. So pivoting on the back foot, bringing it into a 90-degree angle, flush with the back of the mat, and looking over the left fingertips. And exhaling to a lunge. And then coming into plank, stepping the left foot back. We'll exhale down here and come into Cobra, Up Dog, or Sphinx. And exhale, release. Inhale, tuck back toes for downward dog. Rise back up. And really stretch it out, pressing the mat away from the body and letting the hips relax up to the sky. Inhale, looking through the hands, and hop or step to the top of the mat and fold forward. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no, and just let it hang heavy. You can grasp arms here if that gives you a little bit more leverage to fold forward. And then inhale, looking forward with the flat back. Sweep it up. Palms together once again, gazing at the thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart center. And coming back to mountain pose once again. We'll do that flow on starting with the other side. So bringing weight of the body onto the right leg and extending the left. And then step back into a lunge. And get a nice solid foundation. Here you want your knee to be behind the ankle or stacked right on top of it. And then inhale, sweep the arms overhead. This time let's bring palms together and relax them behind the nape of the neck. Inhale, pivoting on the back foot, coming into warrior two. And on the next inhale, pivoting forward, coming into a lunge. And then we'll step it back into downward dog. Inhale, walking the hands forward, coming into plank. Mix it up just a little bit. And then exhale, dropping down to the mat and rising into your favorite back bend. Exhale to release. And inhale, tucking back toes, rising up to downward dog once again. In downward dog, you can pedal your feet if you want to kind of stretch out the legs. You can also inhale, rising onto balls of the feet. Really press them out away with your knees bent and stretch out the spine. And exhale, release the heels to the mat. Let's go ahead and exhale, bringing knees to the mat into tabletop. And then we'll come around to sit in staff pose. So just crossing the legs, sweeping them out in front. So here you just want to feel an even pressure. You can bring the muscles away from the sit bones. Let them really press into the mat. Bring toes towards the body. Relax the arms to the sides. This is the mountain pose of sitting. We're going to inhale, coming down, lie on the mat, just grabbing the knees and rolling down to the mat and bringing knees into chest. Take a few breaths. You can rock from side to side if you'd like. You can also make circles with the knees. And then coming back to center, bringing the feet to the mat. We're going to move into a back bend. So you want the feet hip-width apart. And the arms are pressed at the side with the palms pressed into the mat. So the arms are just kind of like stabilizers. You don't really use them a whole lot when you're pressing up into the pose. So this is bridge pose. We're going to engage the core. And as you inhale, press through the soles of the feet, lifting the hips off the mat. And just bringing weight of the body onto the shoulders. If you want, you can interlace fingers beneath you and bring weight of the body onto the shoulders a little bit deeper. Let the chin rest down to the chest. Just take a few breaths. You want to even pressure in the soles of the feet. Inhale and lift the hips just a little bit higher. And exhale, release. Bringing knees to chest once again. And then we'll exhale, stretching out the legs for our final resting pose of Shavasana. So just letting the feet come towards the corners of the mat. And then the palms are face up. The arms about 6 inches away from the hips. You can tuck the shoulder blades under a little bit to let the chest open. And go ahead and close the eyes. Take a few deep inhalations. And each time you exhale, feel the body become heavy and soft and sink into the mat. And then eventually let the natural breath take over. And just rest in a moment of complete perfection and wholeness. You can rest in Shavasana for up to 5 minutes, 30 seconds minimum. And then we'll inhale, bringing awareness back to breath, wiggling fingers and toes, and stretching the body if you'd like. Inhale, bringing knees to chest. And then we'll roll over to our right side and using the arm as a little pillow. And inhale, pressing up and keeping the eyes closed so the awareness is still inward. Coming to a comfortable seated position for yourself. We'll bring palms face up for just a few breaths. And then bringing palms together at heart center. And giving thanks for the vitality, health, and well-being of your body, mind, and spirit. For taking time for yourself today and tapping into your breath and your strength. Letting your light shine, illuminate your path. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so
Thanks,
much for
Joanna.
doing this for us.
Appreciate
I
it.
feel like I just floated away somewhere far away.
I know, that was nice.
And thank you for joining us during our yoga practice. And thank you, Gina, again for leading us. I hope you found it to be as relaxing as we did. Next up, get ready to shake it up with our protein shake recipe.
Thanks, Joanna.
Hey there, here we are again on the most dangerous part of our Health Fit set, the kitchen. This week's smoothie is a lighter, more refreshing addition to your diet. We'll be making a lemon blueberry protein smoothie designed to refresh your system and leave you with a more positive mindset. Let's go ahead and get started with our ingredients. To begin with, we have some almond milk, which you can feel free to substitute for, say, coconut milk, cow's milk, or any other nut milk to your liking, such as cashew or hazelnut, so on. Next, we have almonds, which I actually really enjoy adding nuts to my smoothies because it adds a little bit of that texture, which makes me feel like I'm chewing something, food, and not just drinking. Next, we have our blueberries, of course. You can feel free to add more if you want, if you really like blueberries and you want to emphasize on their taste. For now, we have this much. Next is our, of course, most precious ingredient, vanilla protein powder. Right here, I have a little mixture going on. It's actually 2 teaspoons stevia mixed with some lemon rinds. Again, you can add more lemon if you want, that extra emphasis of lemon. And of course, we're gonna finish off with some lemon extract. I choose the lemon extract over the lemon. That way my smoothie is not sour, but it still has the lemon taste. So let's go ahead and get started by adding our ingredients into the blender. Starting with the milk. That way, everything will be able to mix up way easier in there. Adding the almonds, blueberries, get in there, little guys. Of course, our protein can't go anywhere without it. And the little flavor boosters. And the most important one, our lemon extract. Go for about 1 or 2 drops. Maybe that was a little too much, we'll see. Again, it all depends to your liking. If you want more, add more. If you want less, add less. And time to shake it up. Let's see what we've come up with. Ooh, pretty color. Definitely smells like lemon. So good, so refreshing. Hope you enjoy your smoothie of the day. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
I believe in you. Just 4 simple words, but to a child in need, they mean the world. When you support a child through Save the Children, you're saying, I believe in you. Visit sponsor.savethechildren.org/believe today.
We cure 80% of children with cancer. If you think about that, I mean, go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. There's one thing we're focused on here at St. Jude, and that's beating this thing.
To pose, now sure. She makes the sound seem deep in the North Sea.
Tonight's special guest is a psychology major here at MTSU and is also starting his own business as a running coach. You guessed it, his favorite form of activity is running, and he's actually competed in the sport since middle school. Please welcome Andrew Towle.
Hello.
Hi, Andrew.
Nice to see you.
Thank you for being here. Go ahead, have a seat.
Thank you.
So, let's go ahead and get started with some basic questions about you as far as your sport is concerned. So, how long, what's the longest distance you ran? What's the best time you ran?
Well, I've run in a bunch of different distances all the way up to the half marathon. I've run a few half marathons, and my best time is 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Nice.
It's pretty decent for a high schooler. I did that in high school.
Okay, interesting. And what other physical activities do you like to do other than running?
I enjoy biking a lot. I'm on my bike all the time. I also really enjoy hitting the weight room, especially as of the last year or so. It's really become a newfound passion of mine.
Okay.
I love playing soccer and playing basketball too.
Okay. When was the last time you competed in running in particular?
I ran a few races back over the summer. The last time I really took it seriously was probably when I was running a couple of half marathons my freshman year of college, about 2 years ago.
Wow, half marathons. I can't even imagine. So, okay, I'm just really curious. What is it like to run for like forever? Let's say you're at your 10-mile mark. What does it feel like to reach that, that mark and just keep going? What pushes you on and on?
At the 10-mile mark in a half marathon, that's about the point in the race where things really get difficult. If you've trained properly, first of all, you've been there before. You've run your long runs where you experience that tough, painful feeling towards the end of an 11 or 12 or 13-mile run. So you should have practiced that. And as long as you've practiced it, once it comes to race day, there's going to be enough adrenaline and enough positive energy at that point in a race where you still have your eyes set on the goal. And unless you've totally gone out too quickly in a race, you're still going to be feeling good, albeit tired at 10 miles in a race, and the focus is just on the road ahead of you.
Gotcha. Okay, that's very interesting. So, I would love to compare. You seem like a very active person in general. I mean, you're a runner, but you've been trying weightlifting, and you like to bike, and you like to add all this variety. Well, tell me, how does that compare to before you became so active, and before you made this change in your life to where you are so active? How do you compare those two, before and now?
It's hard for me to speak about a time when I was not active because I've been active from a young age. I can definitely tell you, though, that there's been periods in my life where I've had to stop exercising, whether for health reasons or I've been too busy, and it always drives you a little bit stir crazy. That's the most obvious immediate effect. Also, it makes me feel, I don't feel as productive. Exercise makes me feel productive.
Yes.
And if I am able to exercise daily, then it makes me feel like my entire life is more productive.
Yeah. No, I can totally relate to that. Personally, I can go, I cannot go to the gym for 2 or 3 days and it will drive me crazy and just absolutely nuts. It does not feel like me. It's sort of like a religion at this point, in no sense. Now, I want to delve deeper into the whole idea of exercise and how that impacts our mentality. So, particularly with running, how does that impact your mentality, your psychology? How does it improve it maybe or benefit it?
Running does have immediate effects on your psyche. It does cause the release of endorphins in the mind. Whenever I run, at least most of the time when I'm running, I do enjoy it. I'm able to live in the moment, and especially if I run in the morning, it always makes the first half of my day so much more enjoyable. And the effects, not only are they short term, but they're long term as well, because running gives you a sense of fulfillment. It also gives you something to strive for. If you know you have something to strive for and something to be optimistic about, that's going to be uplifting and it's going to keep you moving forward.
For sure. Gotta have that goal mindset. So since you are a running coach and you know, I understand you work with people and you enjoy that, what would you tell someone who's watching right now who's ready to take a step into creating an active lifestyle for themselves but don't quite know where to start? Would you give us some advice?
When you're trying to make a change, if you're trying to lose 30 pounds by the end of the year, if you're trying to drop 10 minutes off your marathon time, whatever it is, the change has to start slow, and your focus, the thing at the forefront of your mind needs to be the day-to-day progress. You need to focus on today, and you need to focus on this week's goals. And if you can do that time after time after time, you will become that person. You'll become that person who weighs 30 pounds less. You'll become that faster runner. Focus on the here and now. Know the purpose of every workout and make the most of it. Work out effectively, and you will hit your goals week to week. And take pride in those little victories. Take pride in the fact that you didn't eat dessert all yesterday. Keep it up again today. Take pride in those things, and it will only be momentum to keep moving forward with tomorrow and then next week.
Yes.
And then you'll become the person that you want to be.
I love that. Baby steps. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're interested in picking Andrew's brain a little more, or if you're interested in becoming a runner or want to know more about the sport of running, feel free to reach out to Andrew at...
My email is andrew.towle, Towle, 96 @gmail.com.
Great, thank you. And here we have a small gift prepared for you from our team at Health Fit as a sign of gratitude for being here and speaking with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please share with us. We want to see what you got.
I will. Let's see. Oh, it's a book. You know, I love books. Health Fit. It's a journal. That's fantastic.
I hope today's topic has inspired you to take that extra time to find your inner breath and peace. Don't forget that working hard in the gym is important, but being able to rest and relax is crucial. Please make sure to follow us on Facebook at MT10 Health Fit to stay updated on all things Health Fit. Thanks for watching and tune in next time. I'm Joanna, and we are Health Fit. Stay active, MTSU.